Hey guys, this is Bruce Marshall from Simpler Trading. Today is Tuesday, May the 1st, and I want to do the market wrap up and go over the S&P today and see, what it looks like for the rest of the week. So we'll start here with the S&P. I've got a 2-day chart up here, and as you can see, for the last 2 days we were just straight down, weak. And then we bounced off this low today into the close, and as we know, we've got Apple that just reported. We're going to talk about that in a second. But Apple was after the close today, and I suspect we were rallying into that earnings announcement. But if you look at this, we were at 26.82. This is only 2 days, all the way down to 26.25, and it's been this constant just the waterfall effect where we just lower, and then again we hit this bottom and it bounced off of it a couple of times and then had this pretty strong run into the close here. And let me zoom in a little bit closer and I'll show you just an observation. As we got close to the end of the day, I was watching this 26.50 level, and if you notice, we came up, touched it once, failed, touched it 2 times, failed, touched it 3 times, failed, really failed here. And I thought, we might go into the close this way, but we regained our momentum here, and this time, and we're right before the close here, and this time we hit it, and broke through. And if you can see that one candle there, it was just one big push right through it right there and into the close here. So let me back this out a little bit further, and here's the last 5 days. Now we've had all the way up and all the way back down for the last 5 days. Let's go out even a little bit further and look at this, because this is where it kind of gets interesting. So on a 20-day chart here, this is kind of the level that I was expecting that we would come down, and this is 26.20 level. I thought we would come in and touch this level, and we didn't. And was this the turning point? And we don't know yet, obviously. Let's do this. So from we just want to concentrate on the craziness that we've had lately, right? So we've got this big compression building up here. This is from the big sell-off, and we bounced and sold off, bounced, sold off, and each one of these gets a little bit not so steep in the sell-off or the return back higher. So I'm expecting that we either continue to break down here, or hopefully we can break through, because we all want it to go higher and kind of get back on track, right? And if we look at the NASDAQ, obviously it's very important. As well as the NASDAQ and the Russell, we're seeing a similar pattern, look very, very similar. So it's always good to compare the S&P to the other indexes. I would say probably the Russell's been stronger, or the strongest maybe of the bunch, and even that's just because the low has not we're not down as far in retracement as we are on some of the other indexes. But back here to the S&P, so what does that mean now? And in looking at this, we have there's the February low. We didn't get to it from this low when we retraced here. We are sitting on the 200-day here, but we need to, this might have been completed today. I don't know. It's still too early to tell. But it would not surprise me if we came down and tested these levels, maybe even retest this in order to wash out the low and start the rebuilding process going up here. Again, too early to tell, but let's switch gears and see if we can get a feel for Apple. They just reported. It was a solid quarter. Obviously they have not done the conference call yet. You can see the spike up on the stock. And we look at time and sales here. We're trading about 175. Went to 178, and we're kind of coming back down. The conference call has not happened yet. So again, way too early to tell. Remember, Google did the same thing. Google, shot up looked great, and then totally faded the next day. Amazon, shot up and gave back, a good part of the gains it had. So, I don't know what will happen with Apple, but Apple is very important to the overall health of the market. So tomorrow will be an interesting day. The other thing to focus on tomorrow, we got the Fed meeting at 1 o'clock tomorrow on Wednesday the 2nd, and we've got payrolls on Friday. So, if I was forced to call a direction, I would call higher, into Friday. But that's kind of that's a tough call to make, because we may sell off tomorrow, flush out, and then still be higher on Friday. The way it's been going, we had almost a 50-point swing in the S&P down today from the well, it was 50 points from the bottom to the top intraday. So again, it's the kind of market that we're in. It's the kind of market we're dealing with right now. I don't want to read too much into Apple yet. It's still too early to tell, but right here, 26.25, 26.50, well, 25-point move intraday. So, and that's what we've been getting. We've been getting 25, 35, 50, 60, 70-point intraday swings in the market. So don't be surprised if we sell off tomorrow. But and I'm very light on positions. But watch the Fed. That'll be very important, the language of the Fed, so forth. And then, of course, payrolls on Friday. So anyway, stay light, stay nimble. That's really all we can do at this point. And other than that, we just wait and see what happens. Watch the futures tonight. Watch the futures pre-market. You'll get an idea. But we really won't know until Apple opens tomorrow in the overall market, and see what that does to the Dow and the NASDAQ. So hope this helps make sense, and I will see you guys at the next update. Thanks.